Now I'm actually getting to it by making a plan. However, you can make all the plans in the world, and it is a source of inspiration for only so long. And you can make one plan, and then you can make another plan. And you can make some plans today, and the next day you can make some more plans, and the next day you can make some more plans. And it is a very exciting source of inspiration, but only for a while. I'm sure we would all agree that making plans, that inspiration wouldn't last for a week. Now, that inspiration now must drive you to do number 3. The first source of inspiration is deciding. Second source of inspiration is planning. And now here's a big source of inspiration: beginning, getting started, actually turning thought and the notes on the paper, the plans, actually now committing it to action, getting started. And beginning can be an incredible source of inspiration. Guess what you can say when you begin a change in your diet? When you begin to take the Herbalife products, guess what you can say? I'm on a new.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my PJ family. Welcome, feel at home, feel appreciated. This is your coach, Asaf Ondukweda. Once again, back on a Thursday morning, and we have good quorum right now as I speak. Today, it's a very beautiful day. I don't know where you are on your side, but just know one thing: it's a wonderful day that God has been able to make. So decide to make this day count. Make it a point not to attend these trainings alone. You have a business partner who told you that I don't just want to stop at earning a passive income, I also want to make that walk away residual income. Because at the end of the day, yes, when you invest $10,000 and in the space of 5 to 6 months, it is double to 40,000 US dollars. Is it all that you can make? Along the way, as people do their passive income investment, naturally, they are going to be motivated to go ahead and share this concept with their friends and loved ones. Because our system was only designed mostly to double your income. But if you want to make more money, if you want to make $1 million US in a space of 1 year, in a space of 2 years, share the opportunity with your friends and loved ones. Wherever we are in the world, there are people so many around us. Yes, some of them might become negative, but if you're making money from a program where you don't put in your energy, where a certain group of organized traders are doing the trading for you, it is only prudent and caring that you share that concept with your friends and loved ones. Our trading platform has been consistent for the last 90 days. The system has been at least paying over 1%. That means if you invest in a package of, like, let's say 100,000 US dollars, 1%, that would be 1,000 US dollars every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, up until Sunday. So on Monday to Friday, you can withdraw your funds once, as long as they are over 88 US dollars. So once they're $100, doubles to 200,000 US dollars, the trading agreement gets stopped, and it's up to you to either renew or back out of the deal. Now, this passive income concept is a short-term opportunity. You only put in money, and if you don't have a bigger investment, you might not be able to feel the impact. Because there are people who start with $100, $400, $600. I recommend that if you have a smaller package of silver, which is that size, you basically do the network building. You share the opportunity with your friends and loved ones so that you get a bigger package of investment entirely. All together. Now, but today, for everyone who is here, I'm going to talk about building a long-term business. Do you want a business which keeps paying you for a very long time, even when you're not around, 3 years to 5 years? Do you want it to pay you independent, even in your absence? You'll be flying to Dubai, you'll be flying to the Bahamas, to any other country. But as you basically go and move around the world, you're still making what? You're still making an income. So what do you need to do? Let's talk about building it long term. Now, in the beginning, build it big. Whatever you're doing, if you decide to do anything, at least decide to go big. There is unlimited potential to build a dream life via MLM. One person like this, you expose to the opportunity, you don't know how many people they basically know. These people might open up like 3 or 4 nations for you entirely because of their contacts. You talk to one person in a very joking way, before you know it, he has connected someone in Iraq, Saudi Arabia, someone in France, and before you know it, you have a network in all those countries started by you. So there's unlimited potential to build a dream life via MLM. So share with everyone if you decide to make the active income. Start with a big end in mind. Start with your goal. If your goal, the thing you're working for is big enough, it is going to inspire you to put in a certain amount of work that is equivalent to the size of your dream. If someone wants to buy a private jet, if someone wants to put up an arcade in their city, someone wants to build a hotel, the way they basically get to work is not similar to someone who wants to buy a motorbike in a space of 6 months, in a space of 1 year. So it's the same as someone who wants to buy a Toyota within a space of 1 year. So begin with the big end in mind. What is that big thing that you want to do that even when you talk about it, it scares you as an individual? So think big. If you're going to think, at least think what? Think big. Write down exactly what you want and have a dream board. Have a dream board within your bedroom where you can be able to see each and everything you want to accomplish in the next 5 to 10 years. Migrate from just writing it down, put it in pictures, because pictures speak 1,000 words, and it's easy to imprint a picture in your mind more than text entirely. But the simple process of writing it down, that means you're very serious about your dream. Now, one of the things you need to do to take yourself to the next level of attracting yourself to that thing you want is drive through posh neighborhood, expensive neighborhoods, dream big. If you want to know how poor you are, go to a rich man's home. You'll be able to see that you're living a very mediocre life. But if you're still comfortable with just staying within your neighborhood, you might not basically be able to expose yourself to the greater things in life. So drive through a very posh, expensive neighborhood. Don't go alone. You can even put your downline in your car. You move together, view expensive cars, and trigger your dreams. Travel to Dubai and see those wonderful cars. Get around people that are earning more than you. Most of the time, if you want to push yourself to the next level, surround yourself with people who are earning 3 times or 5 times or 10 times more than you do what you do. Because the law of association will simply help you fine-tune your mind to attract the next level of what? Level of income. So work on your self-development every single day. This is paramount to getting you past the tough days. And there will be tough days in this business, whether you like it or not. And we have witnessed that some people cannot even handle tougher days. So work on your self-development on a daily basis. It is a process that you go through on a daily basis to build what we call a millionaire mindset. It does not come by default. You've seen stories of people who have won lotteries. They made over a billion shillings, and before you knew it, they lost that money through their inability to be able to hold that amount of money. So to be able to hold that level of income, you have to be able to think in a certain kind of way. And in building it big, work like you deserve the big money. Work like you're the type of person who deserves the big what? The big money. You can't wake up at exactly 8 a.m. and go to bed at around 10 p.m. and you expect to make to basically be able to get out of the day what someone who wakes up at around 5 a.m. and sleeps around midnight does on a daily basis. So in building it long term, decide to build it big. Then on top of that, if you decide to become an active business builder in PGI, build it right. MLM has 4 phases. The first phase is what we call the prospecting phase. And we talked about prospecting. This is the process of you going out there into the community or basically going to your social media platform, meet people, befriend them, connect with people. It is the process of going out there, picking numbers and adding them to your name list every single day. Because every day we meet people. When we go to restaurants, when we sit in public transport, when you go to a concert, when you basically go for a social, it could be a wedding, it could be a party. Now, as a person who's doing PGI, you have an inbuilt-in radar to be able to detect prospects. We are not saying that in this phase, you go ahead and you start presenting right away. Simply engage, mingle with people, ask questions that basically matter in their life. Learn to use the FORM acronym, which is a family, occupation, recreation, and message. How are you? How is family? How is the economy treating your business? Become the type of person who can ask questions. You become a master interrogator, not in a very nagging way. So, but every time you ask questions, you pick out numbers, you add them to your name list. Along the way, 1 year down the road, the numbers you will have accumulated of people who can be potential clients to your business is so immense. So you need to go through the prospecting phase. This has to be done on a daily basis because every day you meet people. Now, after the prospecting phase, we have what we call the recruiting phase. This is where you pick up that phone call, you call up that guest, do a presentation to them, and show them how this can either change their life or help them solve a certain solution. But most amateurs stop at recruiting. In our business, if you want to basically make walk-away residual income as an active business builder, you have to sponsor people instead of just recruit them. Sponsoring means you're teaching them how this business works, how this PGI platform works, how to go ahead and find things on the website, how to do their KYC. Recruiting means you're holding that person for the next 1 month and exposing to how he can be able to do the business. All together. Then we also have the equipping phase. This is where you give them trainings, our trainings at PGI, where they attend the Zoom presentations from Monday up to Friday at 8 p.m. UK time. That is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then for our team, that is Tuesday and Thursday at around 8 p.m. East African time. So the equipping phase is very important because it sharpens this person to be able to stand out independently. Your role as a leader is to make sure that you create more people who can go out and do what you can be able to. Then there's a phase where you're going to release that person you're trying to build entirely. When you hold someone for a very long time and over spoon feed them, they will become dependents. I like to use the analogy of an eagle. Today, when an eagle gives birth to eaglets, and let's say it puts them into a nest. Now, when these eaglets decide to be very lazy, they don't want to go out and adventure and start learning how to fly. What it does, it brings thorns and places them into a what? Into that nest to make them feel uncomfortable, jump out and go and start to adventure. Now, sometimes some will get out, but other eaglets will stay in. Now, that is a sign of laziness. There are some people who are going to be so lazy that when you overspoon feed them, they're going to basically become so dependent. Now, what the eagle does, for those which are lazy, it's going to pick them out of the nest. It will go on top of a lake or an ocean, release it. If they do not spread their wings and fly, they're going to fall into the water and die. Now, in this business, you're going to reach a point with your business partners and you're going to be required to release them to start doing things that can also make them independent. Doing presentations for themselves, making one-on-one presentations for themselves, making appointments. Let me tell you one thing. In building it right, amateurs prospect, recruit, and release. Are we together? But professionals go through all the phases. They equip their business partners to be able to stand alone as they build their PGI business. So build it right. There's not, yes, you might be lucky, you get one great leader on the left and one great leader on the right. Before you know it, you're making money by default. But there are very few people who have those chances. Some of us have to go through the process. Are we together? So equip yourself so you can equip your team. How are you going to equip yourself? Attend these morning trainings. And as you're attending these morning trainings, also encourage your business partners to do the same, to learn. But by the time we move 3 months from now, 90 days from now, you will have the proper mindset for you to be able to contact and show someone how the business entirely works. Do not attend alone. Encourage your business partners to join in, because this is the learning phase. Do not take the trial and error method we used. We have been there before. Let us guide you every step of the what? Every step of the way. In building it right, everyone can be as big or strong leader as long as you start them right. Because not all of us started as very experienced leaders in network marketing. Everyone can be a big leg as long as you start them rightly. Expose them to the right tools, teach them the basic skills, and which skills are basically your name list, prospecting, presenting, inviting, closing, follow-up, and maybe how to organize simple meetings and make appointments. And adding people to the Zoom call, teach them the basics. Your role here, let me emphasize this before. Your role here as the leader is to show him how to acquire information. Sell to them the importance of attending our Zoom presentations and also inviting people to attend those Zoom presentations to learn about the business. COVID-19 has changed the way we do business. One of the days where you had to meet people in offices and do presentation to them, or in restaurants. Today, because of the pandemic, we've been able to build a business on social media, on Facebook. All you need to do is put that person in a Zoom call, let them study. After at least 3 exposures, this person will go ahead and ask for a registration link. Sometimes you might need to offer them the registration link. Sometimes they might basically ask you after understanding. While you're basically building it right, teach them the basics. Do with them at least 10 one-on-one presentations. 10 one-on-one presentations. It could be at a restaurant or anywhere. Or 10 Zoom presentations. They could basically organize their guests. You send a link and create a presentation and do a presentation to their guests for 10 times. After 10 times, this person can stand alone and start doing exactly what you're doing. Your goal should be to have them test some money within their first days. Now together. So in building it right, also focus on the right prospect. Not everybody is going to see this business, is going to do this business the way you're supposed to do it. Focus on the right prospects who want more out of life. The number 3, build it long term. Declare to build a long-term business. A business which basically is going to be very sustainable. How do you do this? Focus on one leg at a time. Are we together? Get a leader, build him for some time, let's say 90 days. Focus on a region at a time and start local. Start from where you are. There's a temptation to go international, yet even the people close to you are still there. I know some of you say that I've overexposed my people to different businesses. I don't think I can have a market here. It is just a mindset. If they have lost money in the former plan, go ahead and tell them, I have got a way to basically repay back what we lost the other time. But focus start from where you are, start local and start expanding out regionally. The beauty is, even expanding regional or international does not require you to be there physically. You can start from where you are. In your sitting room, do the presentation there. The other thing is perfect your skills one by one if you want to build it long. You can say that this month I am going to learn how to prospect, and you focus on everything you learn about is about prospecting. The next month I'm going to focus on inviting. I'm going to learn most of the scripts about invitation to become good at what I'm doing. You might even say I'm going to take three months learning a simple basic skill. The other month, I'm going to learn how to present. The other month, I'm going to learn how to follow up. The other month, I'm going to learn how to close the deal. The other month, I'm going to learn how to promote an event or do events. Perfect your skills one by one. 1 year of doing this business in a very systematic manner will put you years ahead. Some people do it by trial and error. Together, ladies and gentlemen. So each new person you bring to this PGI business will be 3 years old one day. So equip them. If they say, I want to make the active income, equip them. And this is why we have created this morning training, so that those who want to get more out of PGI, those who want to build a long-term business can be able to learn more. It's not easy to wake up at 8 a.m. In South Africa, it's around 7 a.m. in the morning. But you see, when you develop a culture, when you teach them that plug in your earphones as you go to work, you'll be listening to the training, they will be able to develop the right mindset 1 year down the road. So, and as you build your business long term, treat each setback as a setup for a greater comeback. Draw your structure and look at it on a daily basis. One person on the left and one on the right. Before you know it, they're going to become two. Before you know it, do not stop taking track of your what? Of your organizational structure. Within the system, it is even there, you can be able to track everything. You must know that just like dating, even our business in network marketing or the PGI business, initial enthusiasm, this initial excitement someone started with will fade away. So it's what you do after the enthusiasm fades that matters most. So most people will chase the next shiny object when they basically lose excitement. But a true leader in this PGI business is going to keep pressing on. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? So focus on being an expert by training and learning and also reading about MLM. Train your team. Your team starts with 2 people. Start by training 1 person. Before you know it, they're going to become 2. Train the 2, train the 3. Before you know it, they're 1,000. Put them, set up your own Zoom also, start training your team. And before you know it, you have your team getting the right information entirely. But if you don't have the right information, how are you going to train them? Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Relationships, in building it long term, focus on relationship, because you have 2 types of clients. We have the warm market, we have the cold market. Cold market are people who don't know you so much. You got them in a restaurant, you got them in a public transport means, you got them at a wedding, you became friends. So all you need to do is learn how to build relationships. This business is about relationship building. You can't become successful without relationship. This attitude of signing up people and dropping them there to figure out things for themselves is hogwash. When you basically sign up someone, it is the beginning of building relationship. Remember people's birthdays. Remember people's names, both names entirely. Know their special days, know their anniversary celebrations. Relationship is what is going to hold your business in the long term. So think long term all the time. So in building it long term, there are 3 aspects you need to look at. 1 is basically building it big. 2, build it right. Declare to build it right. Then 3 is basically build it long term. Just remember one thing, that the future is bright. And what you do today determines your future. Do not be fooled. Don't look at the future the way it is in an abstract. What you do today determines the future you're looking for. The future is bright, very true. But what you do today determines the future. The number of people you talk to today will determine the sign up for the next coming 2 months. The number of presentations you do today will determine the next sign up for the next few months. The investors you see and expose today and you add to the Zoom call presentations today will determine the next 2 months. But within that time, make sure that your life changes, because people do not want to follow someone who is not growing. So build it big, build it right, build it long term. Think long term, build it right, build it big, and along the way, so many people are going to be transformed, like our saying goes entire. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are the steps in attaining. On the journey to your dreams, your dreams are mostly very far. And to get your dreams, you start from really very far. You start from there. You have to build a good learning and listening attitude. That is GLLA. When you build that attitude, automatically you're going to be able to learn. When you remove the letter L from the word learn, you'll be able to earn. And if you're able to learn, you're able to teach. Our business is a teaching business. You're going to be more successful teaching people how to do the business, other than just recruiting them and dropping them there to figure out things for themselves. So when you teach, you're able to duplicate yourself. You're pouring out all the knowledge you have into those people to go ahead and do the business professionally. Even if do not make life so hard for you. even if you just follow one method operandi, say, I'm going to target only churches. And then you say within your city, there are over 500 churches. Design a letter asking for a financial empowerment talk to those people, to the church leader. You address it to him. You first do a presentation to them. Before you know it, they're going to gather like 50 people in the church for you on a special day to come and present to them. If you do it for the next 90 days, every day you will have a presentation. And out of a presentation of 50 people, you can't fail to get 2 people ready to invest. And when they invest, their testimony is going to drag all the other members to come and look at the business. It will spiral. So have a method of operation that is fixed to target audience. Every day when you wake up, you go out and execute it. You could tell me target only Muslims, in imams. You say, let me target only people who are employed. Let me target only. Look for opinion leaders who can expose you to many other people. If you look at a gym instructor, he knows so many people who come for training. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? So if you're able to duplicate yourself, that's when you can be able to delegate. The time is going to come. You start with 2 people, the 2 become 10, the 10 become 100, the 100 become 1,000. Now, if you have not built leaders, the time is going to come and everyone wants you on their Zoom call, or they want you to be at their event. You cannot be in all those places at the same time, but you can delegate your leaders to go and represent you. If you're able to delegate, that's when you can multiply. You'll see your network growing in Lusaka, Mombasa, Nairobi, in Kampala, Mbarara. Every place of the world, you have a network happening there. And if you're able to network, to multiply, that's when we say you have a network. And this network is what gives you the income to be able to realize your dreams. So please, ladies and gentlemen, just know one thing, that getting to your dream is a day-by-day responsibility. And this is our self-talk. Kindly copy it down every time you're inspiring your team. You can go ahead and do it. And in your training centers everywhere, and practice it one day at a time. May God bless you. I'm opening up the channels for us to share our learning experiences. Feel free to raise up your hands and share what you learned. And maybe if you have an addition or any question, you can go ahead and ask about it. Kindly unmute yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start with Mirende. Pascal, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Share your learning experiences and let's proceed on. Possible, you can take it on. I think Sister Mirembe is still.
All I wanted to say, thank you for making our morning so wonderful. At least every day, we are climbing a different step of knowledge in MLM. And we have always been getting inspiration from the outside leaders, the gym runs, but we are now getting it straight from our own.
Very true.
It makes a lot of sense that tomorrow we shall also be the ASAPs of the next years to come. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, brother.
Yeah.
I am seeing someone I've not seen here for some time. Grace, can you unmute yourself and share your learning experience? Best Grace. Hello. Sister Mirembe, share your learning experiences. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Okay, unmute yourself. I see you raising your hand. Okay. Go ahead, speak.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is my first attending, and I really learned a lot. What I would like to know, these people I keep on inviting because I have not talked to so many, but everyone I talk to, they're telling me their experience with like online trading and everything. And by the time we end the discussion, they're saying, I'll try and get in, but you have to promise me that the people I'm going to find there have also gotten something. So I was like, I'm going to be dropping you guys videos. What I'm saying, is it okay for me to like invite them to such a meeting and they get to learn from you? That is before they get that like that appetite to join.
It's very fine, you know why? Because here we also hint about the business. So at least a few nuggets of the business, we don't tend to normally hint on them. Feel free to add them here, but make sure you first explain to them how the business works before you add them here. Let them have an exposure of what PGI exactly does with the other Zoom presentations, the ones from UK on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our team at Longterm. Are we together? So, but you can add them as long as they're exposed to the first presentation. Okay, I hope you got it right. Kaka Evans, you have 2 minutes to share your learning experience. Mr. Hussein, happy birthday. I hope you're not still in the birthday mood. I think he's offline. Brother Michael Twebaze.
Yes, morning, Asaf.
Morning to you. How are you?
Fine, fine.
How is
Fort Porty is great, is great.
Wonderful.
Actually, I'm just appreciating your good work, and I've followed everything, and I'm always excited to be part of the group attending to your training every morning. Otherwise, keep it up, and I have nothing I can add there, but I'm excited really.
Welcome. Amoti Salma. Brother Edward Zovu from Lusaka. Kindly unmute yourself and share the learning experience. And if you have any challenge, you can be able to share right here. Edward. Grace, are you back online? Mirembe, I see your hand risen up. You can go ahead and share. Mirembe. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's said and done. One thing we need to take note of is that when you're starting something, you start as 2, you start as 3, as 5, like as 7, as you see here. But keep encouraging your business partners to come and attend these morning trainings. It is not easy to adapt a new discipline, but 1 year down the road, they'll have the proper mindset to build PGI. Whatever we know, we are going to teach them from how to register, how to code, how to buy Bitcoin, how to share this opportunity, and how to build a solid long-term business. So make it a point to share this link every time you sit in the WhatsApp group to them to be able to attend. And sometimes they'll tell you that time I'm very busy rushing to work. Give them the link, tell them that put your earphones in the phone as you move to work, listen in entirely for the right mindset. That is if they tell you that we want to make money actively. Making money actively requires them to do some bit of work. Are we together? Let me end with Amoti Salma as we close our meeting. Amot, unmute yourself. Hello, Amot, I see your hand risen up. Amot Salma.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
It's
Thanks
sick.
for everything. We do appreciate.
Where is that
It's
place?
only
Is that a
that me, I
hospital?
got a challenge. Yes, I'm in the hospital.
Hey, you
You're
bedridden
sick.
or what?
Yeah.
Sorry about
No, I'm in Dubai. Yes. It's
that.
only the challenge I got. I have very many people. I have tried to talk to very many people,
Mm.
and they are willing to to join PGI. I got a challenge. I registered my account. It never got activated. Now two months. So it's like I'm disappointed. I love PGI, but I got that disappointment.
Your account has never been activated?
No, 2 months now.
No, what you do,
Maybe you joined the wrong team.
you contact me in WhatsApp with the names of the person who you gave the money to, and we shall take it from there.
But I tried to contact you so many times. You always go, you tell me that I be patient. Yeah, that's it.
Who's the person you gave the money to?
Because I sent the money to my brother, and he gave the money to the guy called Josh.
Okay, you're going to send me a message. I'm going to engage him today morning as I go to office.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Keep the fire burning. Thank you for believing in the business. These things happen in the meantime. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this comes to the end of our presentation. Tomorrow, the same time, even tonight, we have a business presentation. Plug in, invite massively. And I know one thing, your life will not remain the same. Let's meet over the top, where eagles hang out with eagles, not pigeons, not ducks. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time.
Okay, good day, Asaf.